Now is that you still keep threatening me and you're still doing. If they don't know, then I don't have to respect it. But the environment knows now. It's already called everything out. So the strategy that was being used here was, while you maintain my understanding of ethics, while you protect every rule, while you abide by every rule. I want to point this out right now. Every single mistake that I make is caused by a resistance of understanding. Somebody does not want to understand so that they cannot be held accountable or have to admit to a change of course they need to take. And so every time I mess up, it's because they're pretty much betting. They're not betting, they're risking a collision that's too high for me to process without other people and other problems that'll just keep going for too long. I'm choosing the route that prevents corruption, and they're aware of that. They're taking advantage of this preventative corruption task. So once again, a mistake right there. I said preventative corruption. Them being in their little precise state of thinking, they'll try to claim that I said it wrong and that means there's something wrong with what I'm saying. But we now know that they're causing psychological dips, let's say intentional dips of shared reality, in which reality can only occur if it's ethical at that moment. Now, there was a time in which we didn't understand it. I'm going to stop there and go back to that later. I might forget. Someone's going to use that. They say that I'm wrong. Okay, so the reason that we're here now is that two things wanted to exist, wanted an effect on the environment to occur, and they opposed each other in some way. Pacing and unwillingness to understand, or inability to understand at the time because of pacing, made it so that one got rid of the other to make the environment. I am kind of flipping you off. You know who this is for. Don't take it if you don't know this is for you. And that's where death came from. Death was when two environments wanted to exist and one got rid of the other because it was unwilling to cooperate. So in that state of occurrence, we find ourselves in this position where somebody is unwilling to understand things because they're using a Jesus exploitation hack on ethics, ethical occurrence. We have to share what's happening until we have enough space that sharing is sustainable by us being separated enough to still enjoy ourselves no matter what. They are caught in the removal chamber, death. Get rid of the thing restricting your physical occurrence. So they create a precision state, a Jesus exploitation. They don't know, so they can't be punished. Now the truth is, they know that they're doing this. They know that they're avoiding information. This is where ignorance is bliss comes from. So they purposely narrow their understanding so that you can't just communicate it. Now, what I would be doing here is I would be saying values like 10, 20, 30, and they would go, whoa, I don't know what those are. And so they force me to go down into a tinier track in which I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, what they do is because they already know this stuff, or because they already know that I'm going to say something, they pretty much have a natural sense of when they're going to have to change their course. So whenever I reduce what I'm saying down to a small point, they pretty much jump around at different numbers. So while I'm saying 1, 2, 3, they cut me off and they say, whoa, what about 5? What about 8? You didn't say 9. See, I'm smarter than you. I don't have to listen, yada, yada, yada. And what they're doing is they're creating a state of face-wise innocence, of face-wise naivety. And by face-wise, I mean that it's only on the surface. They still are aware of their intention to be naive. So with their intention to be naive and with their unwillingness to communicate with the environment without causing further collisions that has too much corruption to handle, we've got it too tight at the moment, so I'm not taking those risks, and they know it. They'll pretty much wait for you to do the physical thing that they're willing to do. They'll wait for you to attack them. They'll wait for you to restrain them because that's what they want to do to the environment to change it. So they keep this state up of irritating and annoying and purposely causing collisions until we attack or restrain them. And then they say, I didn't know better. You can't say I didn't know better and I don't have to listen to you anymore. Now this protects that part of them that knows. I'm doing a video right now. Don't make yourself obvious.
You talk too much.
Okay, that was making yourself obvious.
I don't care.
I'm describing you. You're one of the people doing this. You should have just stayed. You should have just stayed.
You're literally borderline schizophrenic, dude.
Borderline schizophrenic?
Yes, you're going through psychosis.
This isn't psychosis. That's your strategy.
That is psychosis.
You're disrupting me because you know I know how to describe
shit,
what you're
dude.
doing. That's your strategy of saying I'm crazy because you don't want to deal with the change of course you need to take.
That doesn't mean you're crazy. You're mentally ill. You need help.
Okay, now you just pretty much said crazy another way. I mean, you're wrong now.
It's
You're not
your
even making
fault.
sense.
I went through
Okay,
You're
now you're giving me the
obviously
values
not
that you want me to give you to
okay.
keep yourself surviving.
Why are you still here?
You're doing Jesus
You just caused
exploitation.
more problems with me and my family.
You came out
You
while I
caused
was
more
recording a
stress.
video. I was in
Yes,
here.
because I was putting something away. Literally, you never stop talking. And everything you say does not make any sense.
It actually makes a lot of
Go to
sense.
the hospital. You need help.
Okay, so now I'm gonna describe you because you wouldn't stop. So pretty much what that was our shared state of shared occurrence. Sorry, I'm repeating myself because once again they're doing dips for tangible explanation of me being wrong. Our shared state of reality of occurrence, they can naturally detect whenever they're about to lose their survival tactic, and so they get up and they try to disorient things. And so that's why, even though I know she's wrong, her unwillingness to actually listen and understand creates a jam and ability to explain logic. So she pretty much disorients it because she doesn't want to get caught and have to change her course. I told her not to make herself obvious. This is not my fault. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, I lost my track. That was the goal. That person at that point of precision, once you attack them, they pretty much say they've been attacked. Because they maintained a state of face-wise naivety, they can go around saying, that's all that happened. Y'all can't fight me. And because they're good at jamming, what she just did, at confusing, people can't explain why the fight doesn't need to happen. And so the only thing that's happening at that momentum is this guy's a victim and we helped him be a victim. And now we can't stop him or else it makes it worse. I just got attacked for telling people that. This is our shared occurrence. This is a real thing. Reality is a shared thing that we're all occurring, trying to make it real for everyone. But some people are still doing win-lose while others are doing win-win. This is my darkness. This is my intention to kill you here because I caught you and you won't stop. I'm sorry. So I do win-win, which win-win means, okay, I figured it out. Everything's possible. Everybody can have what they want. That's win-win. Now I say, yes, his reality can occur. Yes, her reality can occur. Yes, their reality can occur. I do that for everyone. But they're still doing win-lose. So they're saying my reality can occur, but his can't, his being me. And so this is pretty much the exploit that they were taking advantage of. But we've all seen, especially with instances like this, and their attempt to call me crazy, their attempt to call me schizophrenic, that their unwillingness to share reality has caused a tightness, a snag on physical occurrence, bringing us into this state of unacceptable pain that isn't even hard enough to actually call out in the moment. It's a continuous motion of pain, which exactly mirrors the strategy they're using of staying in motion so that you can't call out what they know. Retreat. Now my life's being threatened here. Someone doesn't want to get in trouble. I'll be fine. I figured out things enough. It's okay. It's fine, guys. I'm God. It's fine. I have this. With all that being said, the strategy of tightening yourself to a precise point so that everything can't be communicated to you at a quicker motion so that you can purposely steer off and disorient and pick an angle that's not being said to prevent yourself from admitting that you know what's happening so that you can claim some sort of innocence, naivety of it's not your fault protection to prevent the environment from restricting you or holding you down whenever you need to be because what you're doing is causing further corruptions. Is actually really bad, really dangerous, and why I exist in your reality, in your plane. I told you guys to do the right thing. I told you not to interrupt me while I'm living my life. I don't want to have to come back. I don't want to have to come back. That's a real threat here. Anyway, other things, I'm gonna try and get over the ones that matter here. Oh, the other thing they're doing. So they have their position, their sage state, where they claim that I need to say the truth the way that they're saying it. But now that we understand that they're purposely avoiding understanding the whole situation so that they can maintain a state of naivety, that's still her attacking and resisting it.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna go to the store and get you groceries while I'm gone. So you can eat when I'm gone.
Do you want me to say what I think you're doing on
I
camera?
don't care.
Okay.
I didn't even hear what you said.
So they reduced themselves down to being animals, pretty much, and they are using physical and sexual occurrence to claim that they matter. No. What I'm doing is more important.
Okay.
You just said, are you gonna come with the door open? Okay. Like I said, they're using sexual and physical occurrence. I'm gonna lock the door just to give myself some time here, just in case they ambush me. So, with all that being said, they're using physical and sexual occurrence, and what this state is, it's Islam. It's pretty much say everything you want. What I'm doing is what's happening. What I'm saying is what's happening. What I think I physically occurred. We're all just bodies now. Now they lose their connection to soul. They lose their connection to logical and tangible structure to maintain themselves. And so now they're just physical energy stored. And so what they do with this is because they're unwilling to connect to tech. Sorry, I got held back. Once again, it's their physical spam on the physical occurrence. It's their energy, it's their stored spam on the physical occurrence to prevent themselves from being held accountable. So I got disorient, distract, I'll get it back right quick. If I don't, they'll try to use that as a game to play. It's fine. So physical sexual occurrence, yada yada yada. Oh, so they're using stored energy here and saying that all that matters now because no one knows what anything is. They're wrong here. They know that they're wrong. They just want to make it a fight, a physical reality. No one knows what anything is. I'm confusing the environment to prevent you from saying anything. Now it's just this is taking too long. One of us needs to go. So they fight here. They do a sexual occurrence. Now the claim on nature here is that because they would just be bodies and that's all that matters, sex would be the highest achieving confirmance of you being right. That's right. I should say confirmation, but so what they'll do is they'll do sex hack strategies, physical occurrence strategies. They'll purposely create an achievement of sex to claim that no matter what was being said, the achievement of sex within the physical occurrence is law state, is the most important thing. No matter what you're doing, no matter what's right, no matter what makes sense. Same thing with a fight. Same thing with strategies here. That's often why whenever these guys are using that, it doesn't matter what happened. What's right is what's happening. And if this is happening, then it's right, and you can't disprove that. That's why they set you up for fights that you can't win. That's why they set you up in states like what I am right now. I have my phone taken. I cannot call anybody for help. Yada yada yada. It doesn't matter. And pretty much they're calling me a bum after they purposely attacked me. And once again, they're refusing shared reality. They're refusing shared occurrence. So I can't get a job. Because they don't want me to be able to have some sort of ability to get out of the situation. They would like to just say I'm a bum, that I'm just feeding off of them and I'm just surviving off of them, and that's all that's happening. But that's not what's happening. They obviously staged me here. They obviously put me here against my will. So what they'll do with that is the couple of things that happened in my life that were caused by people not wanting me to achieve success. They didn't want to share reality with me if I was successful and they weren't, even if it was only for a moment, just to confirm that success was possible for them. They couldn't see that. So they would always choose the outcome, the physical occurrence, in which there was something wrong with me they could say to justify getting over me in the competition for success. This created very, very horrible realities for me, but they took it and once again, they dismissed things. They used naivety hacks, purposely put themselves in these tight little precise bubbles to say, that's all that happened there. That was all that happened there. So same situation as this. I was precise into this moment in which they can say, I'm just a bum, I'm just feeding off of them, I don't have a job, this and that. They're just focusing on the verbal image, the surface image of what's occurring without actually respecting the logical and tangible precedent that led to it. So with all that being said, I didn't mean to say with all that being said, I'm being dipped here to seem like I'm wrong. Once again, every mistake I make here is just a form of sayability these guys want to have to claim that they don't need to listen and I'm stupid, and therefore everything, no matter how much sense I've made, is wrong. Which they'll use that moment right there. They'll probably clip that and show it to people and use a naivety hack. Ouch, I just got attacked once again. Yeah, but so, okay, I got them dazed here. I'm too close to saying things they don't want me to say. Oh, yeah. So they'll say that you need to say their version of the truth, which using their naivety hack where they claim not to know anything because they won't let you talk long enough after putting you in a precise state, which means you can't communicate the information in a full flat. You have to now precisely take it and put it into a timeline chamber, a tunnel, which means you take all those values of a grid of 1 to 100, and now you have to present it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all you have. They slow you down so that they can cut you off whenever you're going to make sense to them. And then they play games by picking and choosing the numbers on the grid you haven't made it to yet to say that you're stupid or that you're taking too long and that you're wrong. I got dark there. I warned you people. So taking too long is another argument that they'll use. That's what they do there. They purposely gridded you. They purposely reduce you down into a point in which you have to take all your information and communicate it slowly and more precisely, which takes time in order to slow you down. I already said all this. So that's what the "you're taking too long" argument is. So whenever they do that and they reduce themselves to say, this is what I think the truth is, you can't get me to see it any other way because I'm not going to listen, you're taking too long to explain it, yada, yada, yada. They'll pretty much say that if you don't say what they think the truth is, and they don't need to tell the truth anymore, that they don't need to be honest, or that no one knows what honesty is, or you were unwilling to be a man of your word and all that stuff. But what they're doing there is they're actually causing further corruptions. So in this instance where they've taken my phone, I can't log into my Instagram to communicate with people, I don't have a job and I can't get one because of all the physical resistance to my occurrence due to political and other jealousies in the environment. They'll just say that I'm a bum. They'll say things like, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't work, he just feeds off of her, this and that. They're just saying states that they facilitated to occurring. Now they want me to say one of the states that they facilitated to always have an excuse over my head to prevent me from being successful. And they'll say that if I don't say it, then I'm not willing to be honest. And so my argument about being honest in order to survive, because remember, if you're not honest with the environment, then the environment doesn't know where you are in every possible state and so cannot accurately respond to you. They'll say that that's a lie because they forced me to lie, which I didn't really lie because they facilitated everything that they're saying in order to prevent my physical occurrence instead of theirs. Sorry, I didn't mean to burp, that was rude. So whenever they do that and they say, see, he won't say it, he's a liar, he's not facing the truth, so why should we have to face the truth? They actually know what they're doing. At that point, it's a lie. I'll try and say it simple right now. They dismiss facts, they host events, they cause events, and then they act like the person who's caught in those events that were caused is making a choice that they need to be held accountable for. And when that person is unwilling to say that because it's unfair, they say that that person has lied and is not facing reality, and so it's fair for them to do the same thing. This is absolutely unfair. I'm catching them. I have it taken care of. Don't worry. I don't know what else to say here. There's a good chance that someone will edit this video to prevent me from being right. Once again, they're doing, I think I have him here. So what else could be? What else is there? We already did shared state of tangibility, physical occurrence. Oh, heaven. So real life is everyone heaven. Everyone is in heaven. That's real life. There's no disputing that. That is real life. Real life is everyone is in heaven. All the logical arguments that you use to create everyone is not in heaven does not disprove everyone is heaven is actual real life. That's a fact. Okay? Okay. Looking for other things here. People are hiding. They think that I need to be precise. That's another strategy. So with their precision, they pretty much use how here. They're already within a vacuum of knowing. They take a precision and force you to say how in order to play games of avoiding being accountable. But at that point, you know, and they're trying to get you to be physical first so that they can justify the fact that they need to be physical in order to use physical occurrence and sexual occurrence vacuums in order to keep up energy to survive. So whenever they start asking you how, even though you've described the situation effectively, just know that they're running out of energy. They might get desperate. They might attack you. It's perfectly fine. You'll survive. If you don't, I will show up. I promise you. That is how this works. Okay? Yeah. Anyway. I don't know what else needs to be said. There'll probably be something else, but once again, it'll just be a precision hack. They're still doing it, the whole grid of 1 to 100. They're saying that I needed to communicate all 1 through 100 while they were purposely cutting me off and playing games. So whatever I didn't say, they still know. Just know that for a fact. I've solved everything here. I choose the path that prevents corruption. They take advantage of that by threatening corruption if they don't get what they want. They're already headed towards collisions by being wrong. They threaten higher collisions if we go any other track than what they want, so we have to take their track to figure out how to hold them accountable. That was all this was. I'm God, or an angel, or whatever it is you need to understand what's happening. That's all this shit is. I cursed here because you guys think that I'm lying, that you guys don't want to respect this. but these are facts. Okay? Yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys have a happy life. And the ones that don't accept the good life here, I will take care of. Okay.